What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back with the Mariners post-game recap. Before I get started, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody that watched my video yesterday. At least for my videos, one of my larger audiences for a post-game video. Just do me a favor, remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for me as I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for all the comments as well. I'm getting a lot more comments. If I don't get to some comments in the post-game video, it's nothing personal. It's just I'm getting a lot more, so it just may be harder for me to respond to some of them as in back in the day when I got maybe one or two max. So thank you, everybody. The Mariners get a 2-0 win over the Detroit Tigers. They do salvage the final game of the series. Still a disappointing series. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it's all sunshine and rainbows. But listen, a win's better than a loss, right? And they do salvage a game. And hopefully, I did say it at the end of my post game yesterday, all it takes is one. Maybe this is the start of something. Maybe they get the job done against the Minnesota Twins. Maybe something happens now where they go on a streak and get going. Let's hope so. Bryce Miller was fantastic today in his first start back from the IL, 5 shutout innings. A little surprised they let him go out there for 6. As you guys know, I've defended Scott and been pro Scott service, but definitely thought as a that little gnat, there you go away. Could have let him out there for a 6th inning, but rookie, first start back from the IL, May just trying to be a little cautious there as well. So I get it. Bullpen did a great job. Brash, Topa, Munoz, and Sewald, I don't think they allowed a base runner at all in their time. Maybe one in there, I don't remember. But a great job by the Mariners bullpen and Bryce Miller to get the shutout today and shut out the Tigers. Offense could have done a little bit more, but listen, I'll say this. The first inning, JP gets the double, Julio infield hit, tail grounds and double play, and it's here we go again. They're not going to score. Kudos to Jared Kelenic for getting that RBI double, just missed a home run. That's what this team needs. They need that at-bat when, despite the double play, somebody steps up. Who's going to be the player that steps up and says, enough? We are going to get these runs in here no matter what. The double play doesn't mean the inning's over. Let's get the run in and let's get going. It was Jared today who stepped up in that first inning. I thought that was huge. I thought that was huge for the momentum for them to be able to get a run out of that inning. Had they been shut out in that inning, I think it would have been very demoralizing. As a fan, it would have felt demoralizing. So I think that was huge. They added on. Cal got the home run, drilled a pitch 428 feet, 108 off the bat, I believe, on the exit velo. That was big. They just didn't rest on a 1-0 lead. It's funny, I said in the stream, I don't think 1-0 was going to hold up. Oddly enough, it would have held up. So they did okay. JP, a great game, reached base 4 times, 2 doubles, a single, and a walk. Julio had 2 line drives that were caught. It's funny, Julio was this close to having 2 infield hits, and then his 2 line drives are caught for outs. So funny how baseball can work sometimes. Not going to stand here and praise the offense too much, but they did enough. They did enough. How many times have we asked for that for them? How many times have we said, just do that little bit that you need? You know, the pitching was phenomenal today, and they were able to do just enough. We'll take it. We'll take it. Mariners are back to 500. Listen, a frustrating series to open up the second half, no doubt. Losing that series is not good. That's a Tigers team that you need to take 2 out of 3 from. But, you know, yesterday's game and Friday's game are in the past. You can't get them back. You just got to go with what you have starting today, and that game they won. So it's a good thing. Hopefully it catapults them to winning a few games. You got some tough teams coming in. Minnesota's good. Toronto's good. It's not going to be an easy 7 games here. So you're going to have to find a way to win a couple series here. They're going to have more series like they had before the All-Star break with Tampa, the Giants, and the Astros if they want to, really get back in this thing. I'm not sure where we're at with the standings. Let me see if I can check real quick. And I do not have my computer up and running. So I think if Houston loses, I think they're 4 back. I'm not positive. Wild card. Texas won again today. Here, let me see. Let's pull up the MLB standings right now real quick and see where they're at. Check the old MLB.com. Okay. Ads. Got to have the ads on there. Standings divisional-wise, I think they're 8 back. They are 8 back of Texas, who has swept the Guardians coming out of the All-Star break. And in the wild card, they are currently 4.5 back. So if Houston loses tonight, they're 4 back. Doable. Despite losing the series to the Tigers, haven't lost a ton of ground. Could be worse, but you could also say they could have made up some ground with this series. So frustrating either way. But again, like I said, you've got to throw yesterday. I shouldn't say you don't have to throw it away, but you have to go with what you've got. And that's starting today, and they got the win. Trade deadline coming up too. We'll see what this team wants to do going into the deadline. If you haven't yet checked out my video of 5 potential trade targets, I don't think this team's going to go crazy and add anything major. I think it's going to be some starting pitching, maybe a bat that can help a little bit against lefties, kind of an AJ Pollock upgrade. We'll see what they do. We'll see. There's also avenues where this team is still selling. I've said it a lot. I talked about that homestand with Tampa and everything as being kind of like the litmus test. If they drop there, kind of out of it. This is another 7 games here with Minnesota and Toronto where they're going to have to find a way. If they end up getting beat up in that series, it's kind of done. But if they can find a way to battle and win those series, we'll see. And I know they just lost a series to Detroit. Remember, they lost a series to the Nationals and came back and beat Tampa, the Giants, and Houston in 3 straight series. So who knows? Maybe they can get something going here against Minnesota and Toronto to get back into it and win this series. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't have much else. Nice W. Nice win. They needed it. Salvage a game. Again, I'm not happy with this series, but I'm happy with today. Look at it a game by game, and they got the win today. And good to see Bryce Miller back. Logan Gilbert on the hill tomorrow. Brian Wu in game 2. And they need Castillo. Castillo and Kirby will finish out the Minnesota series. They need those guys to be better. They've got to step up here after a tough start after the All-Star break. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the team can bounce back. Should be live tomorrow for the game. So everybody has a great Sunday. Enjoy it. And as always, go Mariners. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like, and comment. Sorry, not much more in this post-game video. Not a lot to go into. Just not a lot happened in this game. Just a kind of a quick 2-0 win that the Mariners needed. Not a great series, but it's better than getting swept. And hopefully the Angels can beat the Astros tonight and still just 4 back for the playoff spot. You never know. Have a great night, everybody. Go Mariners. Peace.